Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stef and I'm the Psychic Soul Alignment Coach. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do here on my channel because we're going to do my first ever pick a card reading, or our first ever pick a card reading. And I'm really excited about this video, but to be honest, I already recorded this video like 3-4 days ago and I was supposed to have uploaded it by now. But let me tell you, okay, before we get into the readings, I had so many technical difficulties with that video, like just so many things. The first time I recorded it, I was really happy and proud of myself, and then I went back to watch it and I recognized like my audio cut out after, pile 2 basically, at the end of pile 1, and all of that just had to be discarded and I had to like redo it again. And then I don't remember what other issues I had, but then like I had to like redo the readings. Like I must have redone 3 of the piles, like 2-3 times at least. And by the end of it, I was just tired of it. I was like, you know what? I got the thing done. I'll look over it tomorrow to see if I actually want to post it now, because at this point, I just feel like it's trash because I had to redo it so many times while maintaining my cool, not getting frustrated, and working through whatever the crap this is teaching me and all this other stuff. It was an intense time. And, then my period hit and I was not feeling up to, par with being able to do these videos, because I was like, I gotta rest. I gotta take it easy. I don't have time for none of this right now. So anyway, I'm finally feeling better enough to like give this another go. So fingers crossed, nothing happens with this video and you will get it hopefully today. All right, so thank you for listening to me. Thank you for listening to my whole story. TMI, I have no idea. I share a lot. And anyway, let's get into the reading. So I'm going to include the timestamps below in the comments section for you to go and click on the pile that has your message, okay? And yeah, I really hope that this video helps you today. If you have not yet listened to my December 2021 energy reading, I'll put it up here in the card section for you to go and click on and watch that afterwards, because it gives so much more information. And also, I'm going to be uploading videos where I'm going to be sharing with you all more about crystals, because I was recently led last week and I got like all this validation and confirmation around needing to work with crystals at this time. So I've been working with crystals actively the last week. It's been really powerful for me. And so I'm just sharing what I'm learning and whatever else I need to share around crystals to help support you. So if you enjoyed the December 2021 reading, if you enjoyed today's pick a card reading, if you want to learn more about crystals, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you never miss out on a video from me, because I just upload whenever and I wouldn't want you to miss out. So click subscribe, hit the bell notification button, change your settings to all so that you're always notified of when I upload a video. So without further ado, it's time to get to the piles, or the pick a card reading. So I'm going to go to the next clip for you to go and choose the pile for you, and then you can go to the timestamp below in the comments section. It's pinned to the top. You chose pile 1. This was your crystal, and it's a really, really cool crystal, because like in person, if you hold it up to the light, it's like see-through almost. I don't know if you can really like see it here. I don't think so. But oops. Well, listen, I'm going to tell you because I'm here. You can see through this crystal, and I forgot what name it is. So I'll have to relearn the name or figure out the name soon. But it's a really nice, beautiful crystal. And this is your pile. So these are the cards that you got. You got Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Archangel Hope, Love and Acceptance. The Holy Spirit, Expect Miracles. Bridge, Inner Strength. And you got Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. All right, so let me get myself situated. Pile 1, I'm really getting that this is going to be a very powerful month for you in December 2021 of completion. So in December, something's going to happen, or you internally are just going to have some kind of transformative shift that's really going to light a fire under your butt and really help you to really more powerfully just be who you really are and to show up in life as the highest version of yourself, and to really just like create the life that you desire, to really make your dreams come true. And so you're going to experience some sort of transformation that's really going to help you take your life to the next level, right? And so this shift that you're going to experience is going to then really allow you to see your worth. It's really going to allow you to see how amazing and beautiful you are. Goodness, these cards, the ring light, there you go. It's going to really allow you to see how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, how much you've learned, how much you've grown, how much you have really stepped into your power. It's really going to allow you to really recognize yourself more powerfully and to boss up. And as a result, it's going to be so much easier for you to be able to like move forward and live your best life. Hold on a second. There we go. This is as good as it gets, people. And really to like remain strong in your vision, remain strong in what you're manifesting and not waver anymore, not doubt anymore, not fear it not coming anymore, or really strong in certain decisions that you just want to finally put your foot down, that maybe you were afraid of receiving backlash around, or you were like constantly receiving pushback from, and it was hard for you to like hold firm to that. But like now you're just saying like, no, like I see how amazing I am. I know who I am, how amazing I am, what I'm worthy of, what I'm deserving of. I will not put up with these things anymore. These shifts have to happen. I'm not afraid of making them anymore. I'm moving forward. I'm stepping into my power. Like, I'm done with this, you know, like we're moving forward. We're moving forward. The past is in the past, and I'm no longer going to drag that around with me everywhere I go. And so that's what's going to happen in December. And this is going to allow you all of these shifts. So like this inner flame that's building up inside of you, or these life situations that really just trigger a change in you to really like step it up and decide no more, you cannot cross this line anymore. Like, I will not accept anything less anymore. And you like seeing how amazing you are, how powerful you are, you really owning your power, etc., is going to allow you to receive so much more easily your manifestations, your dreams, etc. Like, all of these things are going to start really coming in so much more easily, and you're going to be able to receive them. And you know, the thing is that these things have been wanting to come in for so long, but they couldn't come into your life because, you know, you had a lot of fears there that kept you from really believing that it was possible. You had a lot of fears that kept you from making certain changes that you needed to make, or fears that kept you from really like owning who you are, being who you are. You weren't able to see how amazing you were, how worthy you were, how beautiful and powerful and loved and supported you were. You weren't able to see these things. And so now, because you have like powerfully shifted all this time, you've been working on yourself, you've been taking steps, and now you finally take like those final definitive steps in December. That's going to really allow you to receive, open up to receiving, and to let those things come in at last, because you're now ready for them, because you now recognize how worthy you are, how deserving you are. You trust now, you believe now, etc. And then this is going to allow for miracles to occur. And so, where is this? There we go. Hold on a second. This is going to allow for miracles to start coming in for you, okay? This is going to allow for things to come in so much more quickly than you expected, or in unexpected ways. Things that you've been desiring for a long time, they're going to start really showing up for you, because you are now the version of yourself that you needed to be to allow for these things to come in at last, right? So if you watched my December 2021 energy reading, I talked about how there was like a certain group of people that were going to manifest big in December. And I really feel like this is the group for that, based on the cards that I just see now. Like, this is a powerful time for you in December. And it's finally time for you to receive. It's finally time for you to kind of graduate and move forward, live your best life at last, to really be your highest self, and to, yeah, you know, just like close the chapter on that old version of you, old stories, old struggles, old things, and finally move forward, right? So I'm really, really excited for you and all that's coming in. I cannot wait to see how this all works out for you. And, you know, I just want to say, like, congratulations to you, because I know you've been working hard on all of this. I know you've been trying your best, and it hasn't been easy to really, show up powerfully and be who you are, and know that you're worthy and deserving of the life that you are claiming or you're wanting. But yeah, it's finally your time, and I'm really happy for you. And what a great way to end the year and to start the next year, right? The new year. So I'm really happy for you. Thank you so much for your time. If this reading resonated with you today, please give this video a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from. Drop me a comment in the comments below. Let me know how you liked this pick a card reading, especially if you're one of my returning viewers. I was guided to do this, by the way, so that's why I'm doing it. And again, if you have not watched my December 2020 energy reading, it's up here in the cards. And if you have not yet signed up for my 2022 yearly energy reading, definitely sign up at the link below. It's in the comment section where the timestamps are. And that's where you can click on the link to sign up to receive my yearly 2022 energy reading. That's where I'm going to be meeting with all of you to let you know what to expect each month of next year, so that you have a better idea and you have certain information, guidance, and support that will help you as each month happens to navigate certain situations, etc. Right? So yeah, I'm really excited to do that. That's a paid offer. So if that speaks to you and you would like to join us and have this information in advance, then yeah, I would love to have you come and join me. So thank you so much for your time. Don't forget, I have videos on crystals coming up soon, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye. If you chose pile 2, this is your crystal. I believe this is Jasper, I think. It's been a while. Listen, when you watch my video on amethyst, you will know that I haven't really been actively working with crystals all these years, but I'm finally starting to, so I don't know all their names, but I think this is Jasper. I think so. And these are your cards. You got Archangel Chamuel, open your heart. You got Archangel Uriel, shine your light. Archangel Gabriel, speak your truth. Signs from heaven. And trustworthy friends. So these are your cards on what you need to know about December 2021, what you can expect. And I want to say that, for people in pile 2, I really feel like you're receiving so much spiritual support lately, and especially in December 2021, because first of all, we have 3 archangels showing up in this reading, and that's a lot. But also because, we have the trustworthy friends card, and you're receiving so much support because you're really being helped in getting through this part of your journey. I feel like you are not yet fully solid in yourself, in your truth, in who you really are. And the universe is really pulling out all the stops in a way to bring you messages, whether it's in videos, it's on quotes or something on social media, music, whatever it may be, to really help reassure you again and again, like you're on the right path, do this next, or you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, etc. If you've been receiving messages a lot lately, you're definitely going to continue to receive them in December. And the reason for that is because you're really being supported by the divine in building yourself up, knowing you have nothing to fear. Everything is truly working out in your favor, and to trust in the process. And so you may have been having dreams, or you will be having dreams in December, or you will be receiving those signs, like I said, in December more if you haven't already been already. And I feel like those signs that you're going to be receiving from spirit are going to just be uncanny. There's no way to deny it. It's just going to keep popping up in your face again and again and again. That's the spirit realm letting you know, we're here. We got you. Everything's okay. You're being supported. Believe and trust. Step forward in the ways in which you got to, the ways what we've been trying to guide you into doing. And So that's what I feel is coming through for December, is spirit realm is really there in a way, kind of holding your hand to build you up. And so in December, it's really important for you to like drop that fear. Like this card, Open Your Heart, is about dropping barriers around your heart. And you know, the universe can only meet you so, like, it can only meet you halfway. You have your free will to trust in the signs or not. You have your free will in taking those next action steps that you feel you're being guided to do or not. That's your free will. And so you have to be willing to meet spirit halfway, because spirit is sending you all these signs, all the support, especially in December. And you have to be willing to do those things and drop any fears, doubts, worries, concerns, whatever that you have that keep you from really believing, really trusting, really moving forward powerfully in the ways in which you're feeling called to, etc. Like, you have to drop the things that keep putting up walls around your heart and keep you from really being your true self and living your life the way that you desire, and creating what it is that you want, right? And so this is what I need you to be mindful of in December, okay? You're being asked to shine your light and really show up as the version of you that does believe, that does trust, that knows that it's all okay, that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Like, you're really being asked to shine your light and no longer remain in the dark, okay? And, you know, it's going to be possible for you, like, the dark a lot of times is scary because of what we're projecting onto it, because we think, oh my God, it's dark, like, what's around here, what's going to happen, and you psych yourself out, you make yourself afraid. But when you have light in this dark space, in this room, then you're not afraid as much anymore, because you have the light, you know, showing you like what is there so that you can see it clearly. And then you can see like, oh, it was just all in your head, right? And so you, in a way, you're being asked to like meet the spirit realm halfway and trust and believe, hold tight to what you know in your heart, like really believe in those signs that you're receiving, really do your best to take those leaps of faith and like just trust. Like, it's not a mistake. These messages, these signs that you're getting from the spirit realm, it's not a mistake. So you have to really believe in that. You have to really trust in that. And when you do that and you're really, you know, showing up from this space of really being connected to your truth and really trusting and believing, like, that's what's going to create this flame here, this torch here, for you to be able to light the way forward and see your path forward, you know, and to move forward so much more gracefully, right? And you're going to be able to allow yourself to shine and really be in your power as a result of trusting and believing, right? So this is what you're being called to do in December, is like light up your world. The card says, you know, thank you, Archangel Uriel, can't talk, for helping me to share my light with the world, right? And this is about you lighting up your own world by choosing to lean into your truth and trusting in all those signs, those messages, etc., that you're going to be receiving in December. And those messages are going to be uncanny. Like, it's going to be in your face again and again and again. How many times does the spirit world need to tell you it's going to be okay? Don't freak out. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, or you're supposed to do this next, or whatever. Like, you have to look at those signs and be like, oh snap, like, okay, it's not a coincidence. I got to really believe in this. And you got to do your best to like believe in that and trust in that and show up from that space of, I know that I'm being supported. I know it's all working out. Like, I know. And this is how you light the way forward. You know, it's like how you reclaim your power and allow yourself to, you know, really be seen and do amazing things here, is like leaning into that, right? And so in December as well, this Archangel Gabriel card for me is really, it's really symbolizing that deep feminine surrender to the truth.
it's about you really being in integrity with who you say you are and what you say you believe in. And the thing about the spiritual path is that, and I always mention this in some way, shape, or form in my videos from time to time, is like we can consciously believe one thing, but really subconsciously believing it and embodying it is another thing. And so you may consciously believe that you're loved and supported by the spirit and all the good things, etc. And that is your truth, and you know that, but really embodying that and like knowing it without a shadow of a doubt so that you remain calm in even the most challenging situations, like that's another level of self-mastery. That's a bit of a journey to get there. And so you're being asked to be in integrity with your truths, with who you really are, with your values. And this is going to come as a result of you surrendering to that and trusting in the signs and believing and taking those action steps that you feel guided, and no longer being afraid, no longer holding back, no longer keeping yourself in the dark, and allowing yourself to move forward. So please trust in these messages. You're being guided, and it's going to be okay, but you have to meet the universe halfway. This is the way for you to reclaim your power and have a deeper, like, visceral knowing of your truth and who you really are and what's possible and available to you. So really hope that this message has helped you. If it resonated, if you enjoyed this message, please give this video a thumbs up, a like, wherever you're watching from. Drop me a comment in the comments below, letting me know what you got from this message. And if you have not yet listened to my December 2021 energy reading, please go ahead and do that. I will link it up here in the card so you can watch that and have a more in-depth reading. And if you have not yet signed up for my 2022 yearly energy reading, that's where I'm going to channel the energy for every single month of next year, 2022, so that you know what to expect and what things that you need to have in your awareness to just navigate the energy so much more powerfully and gracefully. So if that speaks to you, then I would love to have you join us. That link to sign up for that is in the comment section of this video where you found the timestamp for this reading. And it is a paid offer. So if it speaks to you, I would love to have you join us. And I can't wait to meet up with everyone. And yes, stay tuned for my videos on crystals that I will be uploading here on my channel soon to help you, support you with your journey as well, and having crystals be a part of that. So that's basically it. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me know how you enjoyed this pick a card reading today. Bye. If you chose pile 3, this is your crystal, and this crystal is really amazing because look at it. It's like a really cool amethyst. Do you see it? It's so cool. It's beautiful. I got it many years ago in Costa Rica. It's some kind of amethyst. I don't remember what specific kind. But anyway, pile 3, these are your cards. You got Archangel Metatron, Clear Your Vibes. Archangel Jeremiel, The Miracle of Forgiveness. You got the Study and Learning card. Saint Germain, Karma Releasing. Jewel Cool, Dharma Unfolding, and you got this extra card, Serapis Bay, because the Serapis Bay card says Ascension. And for the first 2 piles, I just pulled 5 cards, and then this one, like, I was shuffling, and nothing was coming out, and then all of a sudden at the end, like, these 3 cards came out, and then I moved on to the other deck, and I was shuffling, and nothing was coming out, and then all of a sudden, like, these 3 cards came out. So it was really funny, but that's how the 6 cards came to be. So in December 2021, I have a feeling that based on the cards especially, and what I'm picking up is that December 2021 is going to bring a lot of things around relationships and things with other people that need to be worked through, or they're going to be worked through as a result. And you're being asked to really, like, rise above the darkness, rise above these karmic cycles that you've been on. Like, it's time for you to step out of these relationships that are no longer really satisfying or fulfilling for you or supportive of you, and for you to move forward and, like, be who you really are, and to only have the kinds of relationships that are truly nourishing for you, that are truly in alignment and integrity with you. And it's so funny the way like I set these cards up on my laptop is I have these two cards on top of each other, and Ascension right here. He's coming out of the darkness, he's rising up, ascending, stepping into that next level. And Archangel Jeremiah, he's like cloaked in like this dark thing, cloak, or whatever this thing is called. Is it a cloak? I don't know. Anyway, it's dark, but he's like the light, right? And you know, these are similar messages, and I just feel like that's really further confirmation here that it's time for you to drop any feelings of resentment or hurt or things with other people. Like, it's time for you to work through that and forgive other people. Potentially forgive yourself. I feel like there's a small group of you that this is the focus is going to be on, like forgiving you and restoring your relationship with you, and like ascending into more of who you really are by first taking that step and forgiving yourself. But I feel like the vast majority of the people for this pile who are tuning in are here to be reminded that it's time for you to make these shifts in your relationships, in the social circle that you have or certain groups that you're in, and for you to forgive people if you need to, work through some stuff like why couldn't they be more of like supportive or more loving or more understanding or this and that, like certain expectations you may have had of people, like to forgive them, or also to like forgive them and move forward, and like move forward with the understanding like maybe they'll never be what you want them to be or what you hope for them to be, or like to give to you what you hope, but that's okay. Like, you're just going to love and accept them anyway, and you're going to move on, and no longer expect these things from them, and just like be in your truth and be your highest self, and see them as like them just, you know, being who they needed to be to help you maybe find your power, find your voice, find your truth, or for you to really just recognize like these people just are not going to be able to give you what you want, and that's okay. Like, you're moving on, you're moving forward and leaving that in the past, and just really giving yourself the space to recognize like you're worthy of so much more, and it's time to drop all of that and to move forward. And some of these changes are going to be difficult for some of you here because, you know, some people just don't want to let go of certain people for the many reasons that they have. But you have to recognize, as you find yourself being challenged with forgiving certain people, or as you find yourself being challenged with letting certain people go and walking away and moving forward, like as you find yourself being challenged potentially with making some of these changes in these relationships, like really ask yourself, like, what is this teaching you? What is this about? How is this helping you to empower yourself? How is this helping you to reclaim something within yourself? How is this helping you to become more of a sovereign being and no longer outsource your sense of self-worth or self-love or safety or whatever it is to another, etc., and to find that within yourself so that you can, you know, have that recognition of that realization, and do the necessary like inner work to shift that. And if you need to, you know, leave some people like in your life, like you need to remove them from your life, you need to finally part ways, or you need to completely change the dynamics that you have with them in some kind of way, you know, please know and understand that this is part of your divine path, and this is what needs to happen, and you're exactly where you need to be. So if you find that part of you that is doubting making some of these shifts and changes, etc., or ruffling certain feathers by making these shifts, like you have to know that this is exactly what needs to happen. This is part of your journey. This is part of your karmic releasing, is being willing to make these shifts and changes, and you moving on to a better like chapter, and you closing out the old chapter where you were receiving less than what you deserved, or people did whatever with you, or you put up with things that you didn't need to be putting up with anymore, that were out of integrity with what you know you are rightfully deserving of in your divine truth. And so you have to know that like as all of this is unfolding with these changes, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and it's exactly what needs to happen for you to move forward. and to let go of some of these things. And so this is really important because removing yourself from certain circles or from certain people's lives, etc., is going to help you to lighten up your energy. It's going to help you to really start thriving. It's going to really help you to feel, just so much like clearer, just lighter overall. And, when you're around people that just aren't good for you, like it weighs on you. It weighs on you. And so this is what needs to happen. Like in order for you to advance to that next chapter and new and better, amazing things, like you have to make these adjustments first, because otherwise they're going to keep affecting you on so many levels and ultimately like affect your reality. And so if you were calling in a better reality, if you've been calling in a better reality, and if you want a better 2022, then it's really important for you to make these shifts, no matter how hard or how challenging or whatever it is. Like you are taking one step at a time. Just focus on one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Do that next action step. Do what you feel is right in the moment. Move forward and let it be a learning experience. Let it teach you. And be open to that. Be open to what you're learning from this and how it's helping you to empower yourself, how it's helping you actually to align with what it is you've been calling in for so long. And, you're moving forward along your path, because this is going to completely shift your energy. And when you release these people, if you've got people that you got to release, or you remove yourself from certain circles, like clear your energy and just clear your energy, cleanse your energy in whatever ways you know how, whether it's crystals, whether it's with energy work, whatever other rituals you may have or abilities you may have to clear your energy. Once you remove that, like clear that, move forward, send them love, thank them for everything that they taught you. Thank them for how they helped you to step into your power and reclaim who you are. And, thank them for how they're helping you to create an amazing upcoming next year and future, and clear that from your vibes, from your space. I feel like after this might be intense for some of you. No lie, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It might be intense for some of you, again, because there's like karmic things there. And sometimes when there's karmic things there, it can be intense or it can be difficult to walk away. That's how it feels like. But once you have gone through this, I want you to, first of all, as you're going through that, I want you to know that this is part of the process of you moving forward, creating more of the life that you want, which you're worthy and deserving of. This is part of your journey of becoming who you really are and being the person that knows how to command and attract really good and loving, supportive relationships, well-being, etc. Okay? And once you get through all of this, like, you might need to take some downtime to like clear your vibes and self-reflect and set intentions about what kind of relationships you really do want moving forward, and what you're not going to accept anymore, what you're not going to tolerate, and what this whole experience taught you, like a summary kind of thing. Like, just take time to really be with yourself and process that. So I really hope that this has helped you. I really recommend that you watch my December 2021 energy reading. I'll put that up in the cards somewhere. I don't know, one of these corners, for you to go check out. If you enjoyed today's reading, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from. Drop me a comment in the comment section letting me know how this resonated with you today. And I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. And if you have not yet signed up for my yearly 2022 energy reading, this is the energy reading that I'm going to do for the whole year of 2022. So I will be going through each and every single month, letting you know like what the focus of each month is going to be, what potential challenges you can expect, what potential blessings and strengths you can develop or receive as a result of going through, the process, and any additional information you may need that could benefit you in each of those months. So if you would like to receive that, this is a paid offer, then you can sign up at the link pinned in the comments section of this video where you have the timestamps for these readings. That's where it's at, and you can click on that to sign up. If you have questions, you can reach out to me via social media. My social media accounts are also in that comment as well. And I would really just love to support you if this is something that you feel called to be a part of. And that's basically it. So thank you so much for your time. I will see you in the next video. My next video is probably going to be on amethyst and, you know, how amethyst can support you. And I'm just basically going to be doing a whole little series on crystals. So if that's something that interests you, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, hit the little bell notification icon thingy, change your settings to all so that you never miss out on my videos. Other than that, I will leave you. I will see you in the next video. Bye. If you chose pile 4, this is your crystal. Which one is this? I have no idea. I'm relearning about crystals because I've been called to work with them lately and they've been changing my life. So once I figure out what this is, I'll tell you what it is in another video. But these are the cards that you got, pile 4. You got Mercury, open communication. You got Sanat Kumara. There we go. Light activation. And then you got the Miriam, sacred vision. There we go. And then the Shekinah, sacred self. Listen, don't be hating on how worn my cards are, okay? These are cards that have been with me for years now, and I only got 2 decks because I'm a minimalist and I don't get a bunch of things. This is Count Your Blessings, and you got this extra card, Spirit Animal. Wasn't sure whether to like add that one because that one popped out at the end. I was like, I was like, whatever, I'll just keep it. I keep hearing fox, spirit animal fox. So there are messages there. If you feel called to connect with fox, reach out, connect with that energy. There are things there for fox to support you with. So here we go. What you need to know and expect in December 2021 is, I really feel like December 2021 for you is really a time for you to allow yourself to really be seen and heard as you truly are. Okay? It's really a time for you to allow yourself to take flight and to really live your best life and really just be who you've always wanted to be. You know? Like, I feel like this group, for whatever reason, has just held themselves back in the dark. And whether you were feeling like unworthy of claiming the life that you want, whether you felt unworthy of really being in your power and owning confidently like who you are. I know there are so many people that like they make a big deal about people owning how amazing they are. Like if I say here, like, I'm really amazing at XYZ, some people feel like they shouldn't be so like confident or powerful in how they say that, or like they shouldn't own that, because then that would make them not humble or whatever. And I've had to work through that myself, because as well, when I have owned parts of like who I am, people make smart remarks around that. So they think that I'm stuck up or whatever it is, and it's not that. It's just like I'm recognizing how amazing I am. So if you have an issue with it, that's your problem. If you think I'm being stuck up and I'm not being humble, that's your problem, because I know I'm not stuck up and I know I'm humble. So that's not coming from me. Don't project your stuff onto me. All right? But that's what happens though, is like we hold ourselves back sometimes from really allowing ourselves to be as amazing as we truly are and owning that and just like showing up in that power, because we're afraid of how people will take that and receive that, and like how they'll judge us and they'll get like a wrong idea about us and all this crap. But that's just our ego projecting all this BS. And we don't need to fall for that anymore. We don't need to like clip our own wings. So pile 4, you know, you're being asked to no longer clip your own wings and to allow yourself to take flight and come out of the darkness and allow yourself to really be seen and heard, to share your gifts, to really claim who you are, like own who you are. And like let people think whatever they want, judge, whatever, like don't concern yourself with that. You know, it's really time for you to speak up and do this for you. do this for you. Like, if you've been afraid of really owning parts of you, or afraid of really moving forward with certain things because of how you would be received, you know, if you've been afraid of really allowing yourself to be the amazing being that you are for whatever reason, to take up as much space as you've been feeling called to take, if you've been afraid of really owning your power, like, communicate that to other people. Let them know. Like, I do it all the time on Instagram. Like, not all the time, but like whenever I feel called to, you know, I'll be like, you know what, I've been afraid of like sharing this part of myself because XYZ reason, because I was afraid I would be judged this way or perceived this way or whatever. But like, I don't give a damn anymore. Y'all are about to see me or hear what I have to say or whatever. And so sometimes that's like the best way to start taking your power from this whole thing, is saying like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. So if you've been afraid of, you know, just really allowing yourself to be as big and expansive and as powerful and as abundant or beautiful or whatever it is that you've been wanting to be, that you know that you are, like, that's a way for you to really start shifting out of that, is communicating that to people and being like, you know what, I've been holding myself back this whole time, but I'm done with that, you know, and I'm moving forward and I'm going to allow myself to be as amazing as I am. I know I am, and to have the things that I know I'm meant to have. And so I feel like for you in December, it's really kind of like a declaration in a way of you just being like, I'm not holding myself back anymore. This is, you know, who I am. This is what I'm going to do with my life, what I'm going to create. This is me stepping into that next level of me. And I'm letting y'all know, you know, this is what it is moving forward. And for you to powerfully show up in this way. And, you know, this sacred vision card, I want you to, if you've been holding yourself back for whatever reasons, you know, it's stuff with yourself or stuff with other people, whatever it may be, like, I need you to forgive yourself for that. Process any feelings you may have towards yourself or others or life or whatever may be that caused you to hold yourself back. Process that and then move forward from it. Move forward from it. It's gonna be very transformative for you in December to work through all of these inner judgments that you may have had, or judgments that you feel other people had towards you around really being the beautiful, amazing, powerful person that you are. And yeah, you know, as you heal this, as you process that, you're going to really allow yourself to really blossom into your beauty, your divinity, your greatness. And you're going to start seeing that reflected in your reality. You know, when you allow yourself to like set your soul free and be this amazing, beautiful light in the world and just own who you are. You know, we live in a world that's made up of energy, and reality is always reflecting back to us who we are. And so reality is going to start reflecting back to you your own beauty, your own magnificence, your greatness, your power. You're going to start seeing these shifts when you really like up level in this way. Sorry, I like pop my wrists a lot. And so as you go through this process in December, it's going to be important for you to express gratitude for just this whole journey and this process. You know, I mean, sometimes as humans, we resist the limitations, I guess, or the challenges that happen with the human world, or the contrast that we experience here. But if we don't have that contrast, we never really deeply appreciate certain things. We don't really deeply like get to really love and accept ourselves and see how beautiful that is, because, you know, you have to experience the opposite to really know how amazing the thing that you have today is, and how valuable and amazing and transformational and life-changing, etc. it is, you know? Like it just gives you a deeper understanding of things. And that's why we're here. You know, part of the human experience is to have like this real, like incarnate type of experience, you know? And so there's nothing wrong with you having stopped yourself in certain ways from being the amazing being that you are and shining your light and, you know, taking up the space. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, because you had to know how life was and how crappy it felt to really appreciate now and recognize the difference, and really knowing like, oh, this is what it really feels like to be as amazing as I am. This is what it feels like to set myself free and not give a crap anymore. This is what it really feels like to powerfully like own who I am, and it feels amazing and it feels freeing, and you know, find all the good in that. Like, you're able to recognize the difference now because of the contrast you've had. You're able to value what, you know, where you're at in this stage of your journey and how far you've come and who you've become because of where you were. And so count your blessings and then express your gratitude. And what this whole process has taught you, is teaching you as you go through the month of December. And also thank the universe for how the shift that you've made internally with yourself, and really owning your power is allowing you to welcome in new and amazing things, and like more blessings, more manifestations, etc. Because you had the power all along, you know, but you needed to set yourself free, and you needed to, you know, really own who you are, your light, your power, and yeah, you know, that's why it's being reflected to you today. And so be grateful that you now have that deeper understanding. Does that make sense? And be grateful for all the things that are coming in. And so you may be pulled to work with a certain spirit animal or power animal in December. I keep getting fox. I hear Arctic fox as well. So look into either one of those. They might have slightly different meanings, but you might have be pulled to work with certain spirit animals in December. I'm also hearing jaguar. Is there anything else? Fish, I'm getting as well. So if you keep seeing a certain spirit animal show up in many different things, like that's a message for you. That's probably a message for you to work with that spirit animal to support you with whatever it is that you're going through in that moment. Or these spirit animals that I mentioned might be ones that stand out for you. So yeah, you know, I really hope that this has helped you. And I'm wishing you all the best, because yeah, you know, this is a really great way to end this year, and to really just be like, you know what, I'm not stopping myself anymore. I'm going to be all that I know I am, and I'm going to show up, and I'm going to be heard. I'm going to be seen. I'm going to really like own my magnificence and what is meant for me. And so it's a really powerful way to end this year. And I'm wishing you all the best with that. So if you enjoy this reading, please give this video a thumbs up, like wherever you're watching from. Drop me a comment in the comments below, letting me know how this message resonated with you today. And if you have not yet watched my December 2021 energy reading, it will be up here in the cards section. If you have not yet signed up for my 2022 yearly energy reading, you can go ahead and do that in the link in the comments below, where you found the timestamp for this reading. In that same comment, that's the link that it has the link for the 2022 energy reading. And basically what that is just, I'm going to be channeling what you can expect month by month by month in 2022, and what you might need to be mindful of or aware of in terms of certain challenges or etc. things that you need to keep in mind, so that you can navigate the energy, the month or each month, with so much more ease and grace, and what blessings and strengths you can expect as a result of navigating those months powerfully. And yeah, 2022 is a really powerful year with so many amazing blessings, but we have to just really be empowered within ourselves through that whole process. So if that speaks to you, it's a paid offer. You can go to the link below and sign up for that, and I would love to have you there and to support you. And yeah, that's basically it. If you don't know already, I will be doing videos on crystals, so I will be speaking on crystals and, you know, how they can help you and what they're good for, depending on the crystals that I'm called to speak on and share on for the video. So if you have not yet subscribed to my channel to follow my content and learn more about crystals, then be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification button, change your settings to all so that you never miss out on a video from my channel. So that's basically it. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. If you want to stay in touch with me via social media, the links to my social media are in the comments of this video. In that same comment where it has the timestamps, the links, everything. That's where my social media stuff is at too. So anyway, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.